Hey, Jeroen here. Inside the feature requests on Discord, I saw the need to skip actions inside a flow. So I thought, let's give that a try because I felt that need myself too. The good news is it is possible. And in this short video, I will show you how you can set it up in your project. First of all, let me explain the simple project that I have here. This consists of a form with a page load, nesting a page binding, and in that page binding, there's no binding happening, but a console log showing the page binding run on the console. In the page load, we need to add a custom action type, which is available via the marketplace. When you open the marketplace in here, and then select all actions, type skip, it will bring up the skip actions or flow action type. And then you go to details and click the install button. You see I have it already installed here, so I won't go through that process again. So in the page load, we can add that custom action type to our project. Let's type in skip. Let's add that. Make sure that it is the first item in that page load so that you can use directly after this has executed. What this skip action, custom action type does is add a customized code to Bildr to intercept calls to execute the actions that we have in our project. And based on some settings that I will show you in a second, it decides if it wants to execute that action or that it will skip that action. So I've added this action type. Now let's see. By adding, nothing specifically happens yet, but you will see some changes on the console log. If you look here, then it says Bildr skipping actions activated for, and there's only dashes now. And we still see the page binding run. And when we click on the log to console, it's still 1, 2, 3. Now let's exclude our first action. When we click on action 2, open the JSON, and then we get all the JSON information. No need to know what is happening there, but I just copied and paste this skip 1 with a comma at the end. Make sure you add that. And this will tell the plugin that we want to skip this action. So when we close and we go to our page, load it again, click log to console, and then you see skipping action 2. So it's actually outputting only text 1 and text 3, and it's skipped action 2. And another thing you see here on top is that in the skipping actions activated for, you see also this action 2 mentioned and an ID. And I will show you how you can use this ID to find actions that you are skipping. I can imagine that in a large project, you might not find action 2 because maybe you have multiple actions that have that name. So you can copy and paste that ID into the Project Explorer. That's available via the community plugins. Paste it in, search for it, and it will tell you that's in the skip actions form, in the log to console flow, and then it's action 2. This is a way to find actions that you want to take off that skip action to make them active again. Maybe you forgot about it or something, so this could be handy. Another thing we can do is in the page load, we see that we have a nested flow to the page binding. Let me exclude that nested flow as well. So it works the same as with a regular action. Skip 1. And let's save this. So where we previously saw that the binding was run, page binding run over here. When we now reload the page, it should not output that page binding run, but instead should give us that it's skipping that nested flow. Skipping flow, page binding, and you see also that an extra row appeared in this line here, flow, page binding with that ID is being actively skipped at the moment. So, and still when we click on the log to console, you see also skipping of action 2 still there. When you want to remove all that skipping, of course you can do that by hand. You can go into the JSON and remove it. You can also simply pick this item and remove it here. And now nothing should be skipped anymore. Yes, so we see the regular page binding. We don't see that header anymore appearing, that there's something special going on, and we see all the regular 1, 2, 3s. Be aware that if you have a multi-page application and you have several URLs in your routes defined and you want to skip on a page, make sure that you add this custom action to the page load of these pages, so you can do that skipping if you like. That's it. If you have feedback, please let me know, and hope it helps.